chicken nuggets, honey mustard, the white gloves are off, season finale of Southern Charm. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yeah! The crew is back. The crew is back. The crew is back.
The crew is back.
Oh, there you go. The whole crew.
The whole crew.
Hey.
Hey.
We're ready to party. Patricia, where was our invite?
Yeah. Patricia, where was our invite?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Southern Charm After Show here at AfterBuzz TV. We are delighted to be here tonight.
Yes.
The four of us, the panel is back. I'm back from vacation.
Brazil.
Brazil. I wish I had the
Y'all, if y'all aren't following her Instagram, ooh, those men are hot.
It's lit. Yeah.
And you should see her cute shorts that she's wearing too.
Don't tell my man. No, I'm kidding. Hey guys. Okay, so we had a lot to discuss tonight. But before we get started, let's reintroduce ourselves. Matt, do you want to let everybody know who you are?
Hello, everybody. My name is Matt Marr, and I don't mean to take credit, but it was about 2-3 years ago that you and I were talking, and I was like, why is there not a Southern Charm panel at AfterBuzz?
Oh my God.
And tonight I feel like Jesus whispered that in my ear to be able to watch this finale, because it was amazing.
I love that.
That's it. Hi, everybody. My name is Crystal McLaughlin. I'm so excited about tonight's finale episode.
Yeah.
So good. If you have not watched it, you better catch up. We're about to start.
Yes.
I'm Susan Pinckney, been up since 4 a.m., so...
Oh, girl, 5 right here.
Excuse me
I'm with
already.
you. I'm right here with you.
You ladies look fabulous. Seriously.
And Mayte Carrillo.
And me, I'm Mayte Carrillo, your host, as well with everybody else. So a lot happened today. I kind of want to just start off talking about Kathryn and her relationship with Patricia. How awesome they are. They went shoe shopping.
They do.
What better way to go shopping and bond and talk shit than to go shoe shopping?
Yes,
Right.
it's true.
Yeah.
I just want to say a shout out real quick, too, before we jump in. Lisa, delicious. I don't even think we need to do Not So Charming this week because I asked everybody in the chat and everybody's just saying Shep was not so charming this week. So we're just going to go forward with that. But I just want to say hi with CC Freak. We got Lisa Delicious. We have Kimberly Mayfield. Thank y'all for getting in the chat.
Yes.
But yes, to go back to what you're saying, Kathryn and Patricia loved it.
Right?
It was a full circle moment.
It was a full circle moment. I feel like it was necessary for them to have that moment together. But, it was really interesting. The fact of who they brought up was Ashley.
Yeah.
Why do they always feel the need to bring up Ashley? Was that necessary?
Because she's crazy. She's crazy, you guys! Honestly, because they know she is off her rocker and that she'll show up whenever she can. Even Cameran said that later on in the episode, that she has a lot of nerve. And unfortunately, she doesn't see anything that she does, which is really crazy.
Yeah.
But she's been really vile to both of them, though. Like, I mean, really vile.
Yeah.
Like, of all the cast members, it's those two that have been the
Dragged through the mud.
They've received her wrath.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also feel like Patricia probably... I feel like Patricia wants to let Kathryn know that she is loyal to her and that she supports her. And I think that's a big reason why she brought it up. Is she just wanted to know that I do not agree with her. And even though Kathryn knows this, but it's still always nice when you're the elder figure to reassure someone.
Oh, did you say that word? Okay.
No, it's interesting because, Patricia was saying about Ashley, she's vindictive. She has, she's ballsy and she's shameless.
Right.
And the reason why Ashley has it out for her is because of
hold
Patricia.
on a second. Is she a man?
Maybe.
dun, dun.
But it was good for Patricia to let her know that Kathryn's playing this nice game too, and she's playing this, I want to make up with everybody, yet she's talking about Kathryn. Kathryn's still not, because at the time when this filmed, y'all, Thomas and Ashley were, we don't know, but I guess somewhat still together.
Right.
And so, so she wanted to let Kathryn know that, look, she's totally talking about, again, going a deep cut, talking about your kids not getting not being sent with you. Like, she just wanted Kathryn to know.
Yeah, those are some very deep accusations to say. And then especially coming from Ashley, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
But I think what was interesting was the fact that the episode prior, Ashley was trying to ask for forgiveness, and all of a sudden they were like, we're not buying it.
Well, she
so
has
I'm glad.
an agenda.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. It's just an agenda. And at the end of the day, anything that comes out of her mouth, you can't trust it because she's balls to the walls crazy.
Because we were seeing this, but when they were filming the show, the other cast members weren't.
Exactly.
So that's why I think.
But you have to know, though. Like, obviously, when you walk into a party, like last episode, like the way she handled that, I was just like, "What is wrong with you?" And the one before that, what is wrong with you? Like, you're talking about Patricia still.
One before that.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Someone really wise who I guess meshes well with Patricia is definitely Naomi's mom.
Right.
Oh,
I love Naomi's mom.
She was like the Charleston Yolanda. You know, wasn't she like Yolanda Hadid?
Yes, I
she
kept
was like,
thinking about that too.
I loved her.
I agree.
Cameron's mom gives me that vibe too.
Yeah.
So fabulous.
Yeah. I think too because of the accent, like and the short haircut and everything, super cute. Yeah,
she's just so cute, and the way she described. I know it makes me sound like a dumb American, but the fact that she's French and the way she described, you know, when you have someone and you want to get the brain tingle is him, and then you know it's the one. It's because it looks. Who cares about that? And I was like, yes, listen to your mother, because I wanted to say. Oh, maybe you're with Matul because he's got abs because he's an asshole.
Honestly,
I'm
I feel
still
like
not on Matul train.
No, when her mom was having that conversation, and she's like, "We're proud of you." I felt like in a certain way she was saying, "We're proud of you because you're not with Craig."
She totally.
And because
that's
you're
what
with
she
a
was saying.
doctor.
Yeah.
Instead of a pillow maker.
Exactly. Oh, which, by the way, in our news section, we have some news about Craig and his pillows that I just remembered right now.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
It's amazing.
Right. But no, her mother was adorable. And Naomi was painting, which I'm sure she never really does, but they needed something to do for this segment.
Do we think do we think that her mom thinks that Matul is the one for her?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Absolutely not. I don't think so. I think she likes that she's heading in the direction of, you know, she's stepping up. Like she has the right idea, and I think that's why she's like, these are the things you should be looking for, and maybe that's why she's using her dad as an example.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he doesn't have to be just this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I got from it. She wasn't going to tell her no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's telling her, like, without telling her, like, you're in the right direction.
Very good
you know
way of looking at it, because I
she's
totally
trying not
thought,
to meddle.
Yes, and she probably knows her daughter well enough to know that if she did, it'd just make her hold on more.
Right.
But that's a great way of looking at it, because I thought for sure when she said, "Oh, when your dad and I saw him, you know, we thought this could be it." So
I think she was using herself and her husband as an example. Like, look, it doesn't have to be the guy that's the good-looking one.
It's interesting.
Remember, because she talks about the other guy that was after her, that was the good-looking guy, but she ended up going with the guy that tingled her brain. Smart mama.
Because she did say, like she talked about, she was like, my husband makes me laugh.
Right.
Like, Matul does not make her laugh.
No. And that's why I think she was bringing up all that stuff. She was in a roundabout way, like planting a seed in her daughter's head, like, hey, these are the things that you should be looking out for. But obviously you could see that Naomi's like in La La Land, like, and she's just enamored with Matul, unfortunately.
Sorry, excuse me. I know we know that they were joking, but I felt like there's more chemistry between Cameran and Matul than there is between Naomi and Matul.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, even with the
100%.
flirting and the fun and the, like you said, the laughter, he has more of that with Cameran than he does with Naomi. Their relationship seemes clinical. You know what I mean? Like, on paper, it's probably pretty good. But
They have the
it's
same
just
kind
not.
of sense of humor. I think that's what it is that I think Cameran and Matul, they make each other's brain tingle. That's what it is.
I just think Naomi likes what's on paper.
Oh, of course.
That resume.
And he looks good. I mean, he's
That's
a good-looking guy. But at the end of the day, she's too boring for him because she conforms to his ways. And he wants someone to fight back, kind of like Cameran does, but in a playful way.
Or he's also too overbearing.
That too.
That
yeah.
too.
And he
Absolutely.
just gets away with whatever he wants, as we've heard in the gossip.
Can I ask a question, though? How were they painting the cabinets with the stuff still in the cabinets? Did you guys notice
that was bothering me.
That's lazy painting. And Susan Pinkney, I'm glad you brought it up. It was lazy painting.
If I could do it, I'd do it too. But I was like, wait a minute.
My
I don't
No,
understand.
I don't want to see your toilet paper when you're painting your house.
But it was still in there, and it didn't seem to get on the
Your
stuff in the.
Colgate mouthwash. I don't want to see this.
I kept thinking, like, how are you getting through the edges?
And
Right. And they just put a tape on her marble countertop. I'm like, go put something in his newspaper on that.
Clearly, she does not care.
No.
Anyway.
They got all kinds of money to spend.
Exactly.
Right.
Hashtag opinions. We have them.
Hashtag OCD over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about opinions, we love to hear your opinions, don't we, Matt?
Yes,
Some
we
lovely
do.
new stuff to share.
Oh, we do. Oh, yes. You guys, again, thank you so much for just like, I love that you all are freaking out that we're all here. They're all like, the full panel's here. So that makes us very excited. We love doing this show, as we tell you. We do it from our hearts because we love them so much, and they're cuckoo crazy town.
Right.
And the way you can support us and do that is subscribe on the little corners. If you just subscribe to that, we appreciate that so much. And if you could leave a comment, or if you're in the live chat, just jump in. And if you're not watching the live show, just put a little comment.
Right.
We respond. Crystal's really the best at it. You're really good at responding.
Yes.
But we all try to respond. And if you're listening on iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify. If
We're
you
there.
could leave a little review, or if you listen on Spotify and they don't have reviews, just go to Apple Podcasts. It's in the link. Click on the link and leave a review and 5 stars and just say, we love you, or whatever you want to say. Or say, Matul's a tool. I don't care. And we appreciate it. And thank you so much for making AfterBuzz the ESPN of TV. All right, we got to go. We got a lot to do.
That was lovely, Matt. Thank you so
Okay.
much for that. And you also have your live chat up, so anybody
Yeah.
who's also tuning in can totally chime in the live chat.
They're already talking about the party, so we're going to get to that, y'all. We're going to get to it.
Yeah, let's start chatting a little bit beforehand of what happened at the party about Shep and how he walked into Chelsea's little salon. Honestly, I thought Chelsea had her own little salon, but now it looks like
No,
she shares
remember,
it.
she wants to, because she talked
Is
about
that what she wanted to do
Madison
with
getting the
Madison?
salon. Well, they're not doing that now.
No, they're not.
Because she's like,
Unstable.
You talk
she
shit.
seems a little
I don't.
easy to anger. Might not be good to have a business. Although
That can work out in a
Madison
certain way.
made a turnaround for me too this episode, so we're going to talk about that. But anyway, yes. So Shep goes and gets his hair cut, which he doesn't look any more attractive afterwards. So he's
I don't
bless
see a
his heart.
difference, to be
No,
honest.
he's just kind of drunk face.
But then Shep says whatever he has to say and drops a bomb, right?
Well, basically, we're finally getting to.
His
Everybody's
pettiness?
asking, no, but everybody's starting to wonder, why does Shep care so much? Even in the confessional, Chelsea's like, I don't get this. Why does he care about Madison so much? And she just flat out asked, she's like, have you ever tried to get with Madison? And Shep's like, well, well, I once tried to kind of talk to her, but vaguely. But, and then they cut to the flashback where Shep is like 1,000,000% hitting on Madison.
Yeah.
I like cheerleaders. Yeah.
But she set him straight.
I like redneck cheerleaders. No, I don't like her.
And she was like, oh, gross. No. And so
She set him straight real
she
quick
like
from
real
there.
straight.
That's why I loved that whole scene. The fact that they went back and did that whole montage. Amazing.
But that's what this is on camera, bitch. You can't lie.
You can't lie.
They have all the receipts.
But do you really think that it was just that moment where Shep had that anger? Like, do you think that was it? I feel like this was just continuously. He probably kept on hitting on Madison, and it just wasn't working out. It wasn't just that one time.
No, because she says as soon as she supposedly was getting a divorce to be the first one to hit him up. Like, get out of here. Get over yourself and your dad jeans and like whatever you got going on.
Jeans.
Like, you look like a substitute teacher. Go away.
He does. As CC Freak in the chat says, Shep irks my soul.
Yes.
He gives me the heebie-jeebies now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It really.
I'm not a fan of him anymore.
No.
Like, ew.
Then
Not at
he
all.
says, who he's taking to the party, to this ball. What is it, a ball, a party? I don't even know. But he's
It's a
taking
ball.
to
It's a
Patricia's
ball.
ball,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says the person that he's taking is woman number one. Women
number
number
one.
2. It was women number 2. That's how they labeled her.
Yeah.
From Austin's video, right? What was her thoughts? What did you think, Susy, as soon as he said that? Did you really think women number 1 would show up, or?
I felt like it was very low and disgusting, and he had a really bad season. Every episode, he just kept piling on, and he capped it off, and just showed us his heart. But
Or lack of.
But when he talked about, okay, we're going to talk about Madison later, but when he talked about he wants it and he's going to have it too, didn't you guys feel like all of this was him covering up the fact that he's like immensely lonely and sad and like just needs someone in his life, and he's the violin, like he's really, really, really sad and lonely.
Tiniest little violin people.
Yes, and I think we're going to get to that when Cameran talked to him as well. But I will tell you all this from like a therapist perspective. At 95, I would almost say 99% of the time, when someone is upset at you, it has nothing to do with you. It's something that they're going through and they're projecting it onto you. And I think this is such a classic example of that. And at first, I think people kind of just let it go its way. But now it's like the smell of this is starting to stink so much that now all the rest of them are like, what is this, Shep? Like, why is this such an issue for you? And then I think that it was just, even Chelsea was kind of speechless, I think, that he was doing that. Even Chelsea's never speechless.
No. But I like the fact that Chelsea was asking the right questions, because she did ask, like, why do you have it against them? Why? Well, where is this coming from? Yeah. But yet he's never able to give an exact response of it. So, I don't know. It's interesting, too, because we get to see the side of Austin having a conversation with Bailey. And Bailey tells Austin, hey, Shep's taking one of the women from your video. And this just all boils over. And I'm glad that Austin was able to have a conversation with Madison beforehand. Yeah. Could you guys imagine if he didn't tell Madison?
Ooh.
Oh, well.
No, yeah, he had no choice. Yeah. I mean, he couldn't let her get ambushed like that. He had no choice.
That would have been,
then he would have been a bad guy, and then I would have been mad at him, too.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Bailey, gave Austin a heads up, because, it would have been good TV, I won't lie. But
well, it still kind of was, because Craig came with girl number 2.
Right. Which was unsuspecting. But here's the thing. If he didn't know, what would have happened? There would have been a total meltdown between probably Madison and Austin, and who knows what else would have happened. It probably would have ruined the party. Patricia would have been upset. She's already upset about that whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just, they're talking about in the chat that they hope Shep really gets it at the reunion. Also, too, that they really said that Shep really epitomizes basic, mediocre white guy filled with all the entitlement of the world. Yeah. He has a super fragile... Yeah, Give Me Shelter says he has a super fragile male ego.
It's so sad.
Yeah, so...
It's so sad.
It's an end of an empire in his head, right? Because everything's collapsing slowly in his life, like the whole video thing, and now his Twitter's off, and all this stuff. What happens is when you're that nasty of a person, things start crumbling down, because it's like a reminder of who you are and where you need to be, and how you need to check yourself.
Because the difference of Craig and Shep, that is deep. The difference of Craig and Shep is that...
What?
I tweeted at Craig. I tweeted Craig and I said, Craig Conover, I'm disappointed in you. Don't be a Shep. I did. I tweeted him tonight.
I'm glad you said that.
But also, I'm not defending him at all, but, he was kind of like, I didn't realize this was going to be such a thing.
We'll get into that.
But what I'm talking about is the difference of Shep just dug in. Mm-hmm. And after this episode, again, professional opinion, so you can quote me on this, Shep has mental health issues that need to be addressed. Big time mental health issues.
But we still got to say allegedly.
And I would venture probably addiction as well.
Yeah.
And maybe
allegedly.
pot. Yeah. So I think he's quite depressed and a big narcissist.
Yeah,
disorder.
You brought up a good point, because I do feel like he's depressed and he's portraying these elements of depression, and he's portraying it to other people as well, where other people are questioning it. Let's jump into the conversation of Eliza and Ashley. Honestly, both of them make me feel extremely awkward.
Excuse me, hold on a second. I need to check my Bible app. Hold on. Hi. Okay, we can go ahead and move forward.
Okay, well, as you're checking the Bible app, Eliza, all of a sudden, Eliza tells Ashley, hey, there's this party going on. Ashley's like, I'm down to go. I want to show up.
Ashley's like, a party? Okay, I'll go. I'm going to go, right? I'll go.
Thou shalt not crash a party.
No, but I'm going to go because she's a stupid hoe bag. Hey, Patricia, she's Satan.
Oh
You're
my
the only person with a problem with her.
that was really
I think my hair extensions are falling out. Hold on, let me fix it.
Oh my god.
Excuse me. Okay, it's good.
Did we see her at the party?
Yeah. Yes, because she
very
came in
basic.
chewing gum.
Oh.
Hashtag not Southern.
Not Southern.
Don't chew gum at a ball.
Yeah.
Come on. You know better. You're a Limehouse.
You're a Limehouse.
Not a dentine.
Apparently, that's not what. Yeah. Well.
Exactly what.
So she was saying, right, that she was going to show up to this party and have all of these things happen. I thought that Ashley would definitely show up out of their entire conversation. But I'm surprised Eliza didn't give anyone a heads up. Because she's usually good at giving people a heads up,
I think
don't
she's
you think?
afraid. I think she is afraid. She's like, oh my God, I can't be in the middle of this anymore.
I can't be in the middle of this. I need to just pretend I don't know and dress very, very conservatively like I'm on the prairie.
Yeah.
Well,
What's happening?
Some people think the Ashley thing was staged. Some people think
Oh,
that
of
was
course it
staged.
is.
I think they probably let her in.
Reality.
Because, yeah, you know.
I'm done seeing Ashley. I don't want to see her
I
again.
think this is the last we're going to see her.
Do you guys think so? Because now, she's got a BFF over here. And they both make for really good TV, I gotta say.
Maybe a spin-off?
Maybe
y'all,
a spin-off.
We did not recap this show then, but Landon is insufferable.
Yeah.
She's an idiot.
Yeah.
I do not like Landon.
I just think about her business
and
how
she talks weird. She has this weird speech impediment. Like, she's like, doesn't even have a website. Like, girl, get Wix.
When she started off a full website and then she's like,
that was
wait, somebody else has the same name as my business. It's like, you've been working on this for a year.
Shoot, there's a clothing line called Ralph Lauren. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, whatever.
Let's just jump into the stag ball party.
Yeah, let's
start
jump
talking
in.
about that. First thing that really stands out to me is this chicken nugget. He calls me chicken nugget.
That was
I call
so
him
sweet.
Honey
So
Mustard.
sweet.
About Kathryn and her boo. What do we think about her boyfriend Hunter? Because this is the first time we've been introduced to him.
I was a little disappointed, to be honest. And not because I think he's a bad person, but he was a little boring. He wasn't that attractive. He might be talented, but at the end of the day, like... She's towering you, boo.
I think the best part of that situation was how she introduced her new boo
Girl.
to her hookup.
Right.
And she said, oh, you guys should play together, and backed up like,
You know. She was like,
I love Kevin. And then if that wasn't good enough, she had to go rub it in and do the little, well, we're good, clear the air with Whitney.
And she came all looking hot and
she came naked.
Right.
She came naked.
I loved
but it's
it.
okay.
It's
she was
good.
all right. Yeah,
she was
but
all right.
she was naked.
She rocked it. She rocked it. Here's the thing. I think she did that on purpose because you obviously saw Whitney's reaction. His eyebrow, it practically rolled in the back of his head.
He
okay?
even looked at the camera,
He
too.
did everything he could not to watch her walk away, too.
Well, she looked back like, you really gonna watch me? You really gonna watch me walk away?
What is that saying? It's like, you love to see me walk, but what is it?
You love to see me.
You want to see me go, but I like to walk away or something like that.
You like to see
I
me
don't
turn.
know.
I don't know. But I know what you're talking about.
I will put it somewhere out there when I remember.
I actually didn't mind Hunter. I kind of want Kathryn to be with somebody who's a little vanilla because Kathryn is Rocky Road.
Yeah.
And so I don't mind seeing that. I like that he's sober. I think that's good for her. So I'm like, you know what? If Kathryn just has like a calm,
Doesn't he seem
chill
like a
guy.
little boy though to me? In my mind, I was like, dude, he looks like such a child next to her.
But because she's wearing like 5 layers of makeup and like 3
that
eyelashes.
wasn't it though. It was his presentation.
Right.
It was the way that he presents himself.
Right.
He wasn't
Like he
stern,
didn't seem
this
confident?
is my woman. He didn't seem confident.
Okay.
This
No.
is my woman. I'm here with her. Like he
Right.
didn't seem proud of it.
Right.
The way he was having a conversation with the rest of the guys, he didn't even have a conversation.
No.
He didn't know how to make a
Yeah.
conversation.
She need a man.
So she needs
Okay.
a man. Like that's what I need. I feel like this is just a toy.
It is
I
a
know
toy.
it makes her
She's-
feel a certain type of way.
He's a
but
mouse, she's a kitty.
yeah. I do like the fact, though, that they did show up together without Madison and, she
Yes.
respected the decision with Danny,
Yeah.
right?
That was a little bit of a rocket because Danny got upset by that, but I also wanted to say, like, but girl, You told her like 2 episodes ago, that's fine. Like literally Kathryn talked to you about hanging out with Madison and you were like, I get that. Now that said, I get that you expect your friend to make the effort a little bit more, but at the same time,
She voiced it though, and then she corrected it. So I think it's
they all
good.
worked it out.
What do you think, Susie?
Well,
Forever and always. You hate to see me leave, but you love to watch me walk away.
Thank you.
Thank you, forever and always
Right here,
in the
baby.
chat. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so Danny was good to be able to say that because she should have said it first. Like when they first had the conversation and she goes, oh, if you want to be friends with her, be friends with her. She didn't feel that way. She just said it because she didn't want to hurt Kathryn's
I
feelings.
get it, yeah.
But, and Kathryn has expressed that she hasn't had a best friend or a girlfriend and that she usually had guy friends. So this is probably new to her. You know, the girl code thing. You don't do that.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
But
I'm
when
glad that
Kathryn
she
just was
corrected
like,
it. Yeah.
boop, 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 text
Done.
it, done, I was like,
Are we gonna have fun? She was like all of a sudden like change subject.
Girl,
I was like,
that's because
She's
she's been
great.
having the good D. And that's because she's in a very good mood.
how would you know about
That's
that?
Moving on.
let's talk about this party.
So then, I felt like, who else needed a bodyguard besides Patricia was definitely Kathryn. But I was loving Mr. Kale. Do we like Mr. Kale? He was good.
I did.
I mean, he
was
was
like, let
probably
me
a
get some of
SAG
that
actor.
salad.
I mean, he's probably a SAG
He
actor.
was straight out of Central Casting.
He totally was out of Central Casting, y'all. I mean, I do think that security and Ashley I think they were probably manufactured, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
God.
The interaction between Cameran and Matul was legendary. Matul said, it's not assault if it's welcomed. And then he looked at Naomi and was just like that whole eye contact.
Right.
The
Yeah.
eye contact between Cameran and just Matul was,
I thought they was dripping.
They soaking wet.
yeah.
Honestly. Seriously.
Oh my God.
Did you see?
I
you
don't
see
know. I
how-
kind of glossed over it. I was like, what's
Cam was like, my man crush to her husband. Like, who said? And he's like,
As long as you're joking.
as long as
Yeah.
you're joking.
Yeah.
Jason could feel that.
To back up a
So
little
could
bit,
Naomi. You saw that look.
Alan Mathis in the chat says about Hunter, yes, watch him when he's in his own environment, his country music peers. He's much more outgoing, and when he sings, he's sexy.
Okay, I
We
get
didn't
Okay.
count that.
Okay.
When you see somebody sing,
This is true.
and you're like, ooh, because some musicians can be a different person.
Okay, but here's the thing too. Also remember that a cowboy, to me in my mind, if you're a country singer, you're a cowboy, and that you're a man. So I was like expecting.
No,
a man
country
to
singers
show
aren't like
up.
that anymore. They're emos now.
He's so puny. I'm sorry. It
Anyway,
was
we can
just
keep
very
going. I
puny.
just wanted to, I thought it was a good point, Alan Mathis. Thank you.
That was a good point. Someone who really tried making a point and a statement, now that we can really talk about it, was Shep coming in with this woman number 1. And all of a sudden, we see Craig coming in with women number 2. Do we
Let's get to it.
legitimately think that Craig thought that these 2 girls going with him wasn't going to affect Austin and Madison?
I mean,
I think it hurt.
Is he that oblivious?
It hurt him more with Craig than it did with Shep. He could expect it from Shep. You can expect anything from Shep.
Right.
But Craig, it was almost like a tu Brutus. He was like he couldn't believe that Craig would do that to him.
Right.
And I think Craig snapped out of it for a split second, like, what did I do?
Yeah. You saw him.
Yeah.
He's like on the stairs. Oh,
he was.
he was.
He was. I mean, who knows? Craig was probably high when they asked him.
No, and Craig was probably not seeing Naomi and Matul together as
Right.
well. So when asked what was wrong, let me just talk about
Wait,
someone else's
rewind?
problem.
Wait, what did you say? Rewind.
Craig was in his feelings on the stairs about Matul and Naomi.
You think
yeah.
so?
Oh, he
Oh,
was 100%.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a deep
And then-
cut, Susan
yes,
Pinckney. That's
and
correct.
He tried to
for
offer
sure.
a shot to Matul like as a peace offering. Matul was like, no, I gotta wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're boring.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's a good
Sure,
one.
sure.
I was buying the whole thing like,
No.
man, he felt bad.
He felt
He
bad
did.
about that, but that wasn't the catalyst for him sitting
No.
alone on the stairs.
That was the underlining feeling right
Yeah.
there.
Or
What
maybe-
happened with
Or maybe he
Matul.
thought like, man, I could have brought someone really good with me. No, because he
No.
wasn't seeing
No,
anybody.
he wasn't
No.
seeing.
And how
He
about
wasn't seeing anybody. Yeah.
naked Catherine's dress looked more appropriate than what the girls came in. I was like,
You mean thing 1 and thing 2?
Skeezy skis.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
Can I say they look kind of like cougars?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, they,
Like my mom says, prostitute. Like, honestly, that's what they look like, prostitutes.
As a woman, how do you put yourself in that position where these other girls are questioning you and saying, like, do you realize why you're here? You know, when
They're
Cameran
used to being
and
into
everyone
different
else,
positions. Girl, hello.
oh my gosh! Like, it
no,
was a
but continue
shocker.
with that thought. When they were talking like to Chelsea and Cameran.
Right, when they were talking to Chelsea and Cameran, and then Chelsea asks, you know, you do realize that the guys brought you here just to get at Austin,
and they were
both
like, I don't care.
Yeah, I was like, are you serious? Not even the rest of the ladies could believe that.
And they said they didn't have sex or whatever. Okay, fine.
Do we believe that?
No, you can't. Why were there panties on the floor?
Right.
In the bedroom.
Yeah.
You remember things, girl.
Yes,
Yeah, I
there
was
were panties
listening
on the
to that
floor in the
too.
bedroom. So
I gotta
like,
bring you along with me
I know,
everywhere.
but man better not cross her because she'll remember.
She will cross
She
you.
will remember. You have all the
true, but
receipts.
don't say that.
It's out there. It's
All the
too late,
receipts.
Susie. It's out there.
And you got 2 sidekicks here. We'll come.
Yeah.
I think, bottom line, they wanted to be on reality TV.
Oh, 100%.
1,000,000%. They just wanted to be on Southern Charm.
But they have no class. At the end of the day, like I said, they're not exactly the classiest ladies. You could tell by the way that they're talking and the way that they're still talking about Madison like she's the one in the wrong, when at the end of the day, like, you two were with somebody's man alone and he's in his undies, and now you want to talk about
one of them
Madison
was
being
without their
crazy.
underwear. And I need
Right.
to go back to, if you've crashed at a friend's house because maybe you don't want to drive
Right.
or they live downtown or
Right.
whatever, why are your underwear on the
Right.
floor?
Yeah.
And I must say, I love all the I was like, yes, those are my ladies. Because if my girlfriends went in the room with those ladies, it'd be a different story. But the way they defended Maddie, I was like, yes, this is what we need. We need women empowerment, and we need to be supporting, each other, regardless of what's happened and what's transpired. Like Danny supporting her.
Danny,
Absolutely.
that was actually a highlight, a big highlight, because
Huge.
Danny went out and was like, it's okay to Madison, and,
Yeah,
and
no
it's going to
matter
be
what,
fine.
that's good.
But then she brought up her whole situation, and that's when Madison was able to apologize and kind of said, you got in the crosshairs of everything. I didn't want it to get that way.
Danny is Mother Teresa.
Right.
Yeah.
Mother
She's a girl's
Teresa.
girl.
Like,
Yeah, she's a stand-up person, the kind of
Yeah.
person you really want to be your friend.
Right.
She's
Yeah.
a girl's girl. And
Yes.
and I feel like Chelsea is also the same way.
Right, yeah, when they try to talk bad, those thing 1 and thing 2, they try to talk
Yes.
bad, and Chelsea went, no, no, kind of like when you have gas and you're just going, no, can't say that, no.
True. It's true.
I loved it. That's literally what she did, and it was great.
She did.
Yeah, that is.
She's like, wait a minute, no.
No.
You can tell us what happened, but you're not going to be calling her
Right.
name.
Yeah.
Right.
But
She was ready to cut them for
But
sure.
wait, okay, going back to Chelsea, who looked amazing
She
in her
looked
little
beautiful.
dress. I love the dress. It looked great on her. Her makeup,
I
hair,
think
everything.
the dress could have been better.
Oh, I loved
liked
it. It was
it. I liked
perfect.
it.
I thought she was very, even though they were in Charleston, I thought she was very Hollywood. It was amazing. Okay, but here's the best part. She goes, I'm drunk, y'all.
I'm drunk, y'all. I've been that girl. You've been that girl. We've been those
We've
girls.
all
We've
been
all.
there.
Susan P. has not been that
I'm that
girl. Now, I want to. Can we talk a little bit though? I know we're going to talk about Madison and Shep, but can we talk a little bit about Shep and Cameron's conversation?
Yes.
Just because, like, what I mean, what did you think watching when Shep's like Cameron's face? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Cameron was actually asking legitimate questions, but Shep couldn't really say it. I don't know if he was drunk already
Yes.
or if he was like on a whole nother level. But the fact that Cameron was trying to knock some sense into him, he just wasn't getting it.
Right.
I feel like everyone wanted to have a conversation with Shep, and they did, to the point where it was like, okay, what's the real reason? And yet we weren't able to figure it out.
Well, it's okay because Chelsea figured it out.
I guess.
But even when Cameron said, like, are you just jealous that you don't have love like that? I mean, look, obviously Shep wants to have a relationship because he had a freaking spinoff called Relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the name of his Twitter and things like that. So obviously that's in his mind brewing, and it's not happening for him.
No,
He has
he's too
to
busy
learn
playing
how,
checkers.
but he has to learn. He has to learn how to love himself first before he can be able to love anybody else.
Right.
Can I
and
get
share
an
that.
amen?
Amen.
So yeah, but you know what? He did have an interesting conversation with Shep, with Madison. Madison apologized, which was that was great.
But I love it. She said, "I'm gonna say this once and one time only.
Yeah.
I'm sorry."
Michelle Obama this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start apologizing like that. I'm gonna say this one time.
Someone said this one time.
Good one.
One time only.
Yes.
But that shocked me that she apologized like that.
She apologized
Yes.
and then she said, you know, I know that you and Austin have a great friendship. So she's backing up Austin at the same time.
Yeah.
She says she told him, you deserve, no. Shep says that Austin deserves to have something at the pit of his stomach.
Yeah.
What do we think that he meant by saying that?
He needs to be uncomfortable, just like how
But
he
why
felt.
does he feel like he deserves to have that?
That was to me when I went, oh, he has mental issues. That's when, because you literally are wanting to hurt someone and want them to hurt.
It's like a tit for tat thing.
And even when they finished that talk and Madison was in front of him, Shep looked like he just wanted to hit her.
Yeah.
He was just so angry. But man, she was so she so went high and he went low, and she was so composed. And the fact that when she did talk to him about that, and she did apologize. I was shocked, and I've thought about, Danny has said this. She said to this day still, Austin is still not apologized. And not to defend Shep, but also, I don't think Austin's apologized to Shep either, because Austin's the one who told this. So I think
it's because it's true.
So again, it goes back to I get so sick to my stomach that these men are putting women into these situations and being bullied with their own kind of
Now this is a man, people, right here.
We get around
Okay.
It's bullshit.
A real
It's bullshit.
man. Exactly.
A real man.
And that's why I don't live in the South anymore, because it's very rampant there.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I also just say I love that.
Very low.
That's a standing ovation.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I must say, I'm glad that Madison went in there. She talked it out with Shep and she said her piece. But I have to say, what I didn't like about that was, shouldn't Austin be in there, be the man, and have this conversation and put his foot down? Why
he tried to do that, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He really needs to, say what he feels and just, be a man about it. I felt like Madison was more of a man than he was. Yeah, it's just, I don't like that.
I love the way Madison handled that whole thing.
Yes.
She went in control. She stayed in control. She didn't let him rattle her.
No.
And she said everything she wanted to say and dropped her imaginary mic and left. And she was amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to say, and please don't turn on me,
Uh-oh.
I understand Shep still being pissed. I understand him wanting to hurt them. It was wrong and you don't do it.
Right.
But I don't want to imagine it, but imagine someone said about you what they said about him and Danny last week.
Of course.
Danny says it's not true. We don't know.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah. So.
I didn't even tell you. Danny messaged. I have news and gossip. I totally forgot.
Oh.
So here's the thing. I feel like Shep had a right to be mad still, and just because 1 week passed or whatever, he didn't have to drop his grudge because of it. But he showed how immature he was by what he did by bringing the girls to the party.
Here's the thing, though. What bothers me, yes, I understand why he's upset, but I'm just going to say, at the end of the day, he's been harassing her since day one to get with him. And
agreed.
At some point, a girl's going to break. So I understand why she took it there.
Yeah.
Not right, but I understand.
It feels assaultive.
Right.
Honestly,
It is
the way
assaultive.
Shep, it feels
110%.
Yes.
I'm with it.
Very quickly, let's talk. Any thoughts about Ashley showing up at the very end? It was like a split second.
Oh, what's that song? Oh, bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye.
Yeah.
That's all
I'm just
really
going to say that I believe that one of the teacup pigs was Ashley. She full grown now. That's all.
I mean, who had a party? Ashley, Eliza, what do you think of this party, Eliza?
Well, I lost one pig, but the other one showed up last night at Patricia's house, and she got kicked out. She almost called the cops. I'm gonna go by now.
Oh, and called Thomas. Like,
call
literally, you're just a sewer rat, honey.
Yes.
Sewer rat.
It's definitely.
And then that ending with Landon.
You know, they didn't give that
great.
action. They didn't give that clip. Well, guys can find it on Kathryn's story of them saying goodbye. Bye, Ashley.
Oh, it's on. We have it.
Okay, great. Let's jump first into our Crystal, take it away with our segment,
well,
girl.
our segment is our not so charming, but I think we all agree that
It's
Shep was the
Shep.
not so
Okay.
charming.
Girl.
So we're gonna go ahead and just like
Shep.
you know,
Shep,
everybody's
this is-
gonna agree to that end.
We got it. Yeah, we got it.
Okay, well then let's jump. Susy Q, do you want to lead us into our next topic?
Top 3, Patricia killed it. Top 3 Patricia quotes. I'm just going to read you 3 real quick.
Okay.
I'm not a shrieking violet. She's ill-equipped
Boom.
to get into that kind of warfare with me. You can make it what you want, but I'm not about to lower my standards. I love that one. And you should be... Oh, you should be a redhead. Sorry. You should be a redhead because you're so foxy. And I thought that was cute.
Oh,
love it.
Patricia said that?
She did that.
She did.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Cat on a hot trailer roof, too. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
They're asking me the thing if we're going to talk about the Austin and Shep confrontation. I feel like we kind of did already. I mean, nothing got accomplished.
No.
I don't think there's anything really to talk about. Is that perfect example, y'all? Again, I'm dropping therapist stuff. If you want to talk to someone about something that's bothering you, think. If you know that they're not going to listen to what you are going to say, don't bother.
Done.
Yeah.
And that's basically nothing accomplished.
I think that them too, it's going to be a very big highlight going into reunion.
Right.
Yeah.
So I honestly think that guys are so much different than women.
Yeah.
Like they just
Yeah.
get over things
Right.
like this, and women kind of hold
I
it
don't
on
think
for a little
this will
bit.
happen, though.
But I don't know. I think it
don't
will
think this
definitely
will happen.
play out for the reunion, which will
Right.
give us more chance to talk about their
Absolutely.
Yeah.
relationship.
Great.
Matt, do you want to take it away?
Let's talk about our AfterBuzz news and gossip.
TV News.
Okay, we got a couple of Instagram videos. First up, we have Austin actually talking about with Whitney Cummings. I love her, great comedian. On Watch What Happens Live, talking about Shep. Whitney Cummings brings up what we're all wanting to know. Let's play that.
You had some comments.
Well, I have a theory
Okay.
that Shep is in love with Madison.
You aren't the only one who has that theory.
And
I'm
do
not
you
saying
have
that
that
it's
theory?
me that has that theory, but Shep is a very, like, if he doesn't have it before you, then he is not a fan.
He's like territorial.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If I can't have her,
it's
no
like,
one can.
I wasn't playing with that toy until you were playing with it, and now I want to play with it.
Ugh.
All right, let's go to.
That's hot.
Let's go to. You had some
That's
comments.
Well, I have
that's
a
it. That's the
theory.
video. I thought that was that is Shep. I
yeah.
want that toy.
100%.
I love that. We also have the video. This is from Kathryn's Instagram. She posted tonight. She said y'all didn't get to see this. This is for our podcast listeners. This is right when Whitney or Ashley is calling Thomas Ravenel and being like, should I call 911? And then they leave and walk away, and we hear the rest of the crew looking at them. We'll go ahead and play that. So Ashley's leaving. You hear that? Bye, Ashley. They all yelled that, and they
That's
cut
the
that from the
scene
show.
of them up on the balcony
Yeah, they
that
yelled
we didn't
that.
get to
So I
see
love
at the
that.
end.
Right.
A little bit more news. That's our videos for today. A little bit more news is, man, how sick to your stomach did you get when you saw Thomas Ravenel on this show? Like, just seeing his face. I was like, ugh. Well, someone that is seeing his face all the time is apparently his girlfriend, an RN, Heather Masco. Now, this is
A
according to...
nurse?
She is a nurse. This is someone who, her ex-husband, basically in Charleston, put a huge banner on his home saying, like, would a parent allow a convicted man to establish himself in his home? Like, we thought, so this happened months ago, y'all. We thought this was just like a little thing and it was done. Apparently not. He is hanging around more. He's looking to buy property, buy our house.
Wow.
He's been around their kids. She has met his
Scary.
kids. Yes. So apparently Thomas Ravenel has
A new boo.
Yeah.
And we just want to know what happened with Danny in the DM because I know that's all I keep thinking about.
So that is, I'm going to say that for the prediction, actually. We are at the very end of the show. Well, we might not do predict, but okay, you want to know. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
now.
tell us now. Why
Danny,
holding the tea?
Danny messaged me and she said, we were just kind of chatting. We were starting to become friends. And so she just told me that the reunion took 8 hours to tape.
Wow.
That's why I'm serious. And she said she brought all of her medical records from her doctor and the truth comes out that she never had this. And the truth comes out that Austin made it up. She brought medical records, y'all. She brought medical records.
Still tend to think it did happen.
So that happened. A couple of other things real quick. Shep is off Twitter. Read about that because he's gonzo. Another thing, y'all. Calling all prayer warriors, thoughts and prayers, vibes, energy, whatever. Kathryn lost her mother this week to ovarian cancer at the age of 59, and we know there's a big support. And I hope Patricia can kind of be there to be a mother.
She got in an accident, right?
She got into a car accident.
So just Kathryn is going through it. So please give her your love and support.
Yeah. Very, very quickly, Craig is going on tour with his pillows. He reached out on his Instagram saying, "All right, everyone, so I'm excited to announce that the official end of summer pillow party tour will start August 9th in Bethany Beach, Delaware," which already must have started or already happened.
Whatever.
And then he said, "Hey, if you want a pillow party tour near you," he sent out his email and said, "Maybe we can bring a pillow party down to you." So, this is an invite for
we
you.
need a pillow party for our next episode.
Yeah,
I'm not paying you, Craig.
No, but you can grace us with your presence.
Yes.
Like always, we appreciate you guys tuning in to our after show. We love to keep the conversation going.
Yes.
Matt, do you want to let everybody know where they can find you?
Yes, and some of you mentioned, do we know who's going to be on next season? We're going to talk about that after the reunion, that kind of stuff. So be sure to see that. You can find me everything at TheMattMar, 2 T's, 2 R's, Instagram and Twitter, y'all.
Crystal McLaughlin here. You can find me on all social media at Crystal823 with an I, not with a Y. And I cannot wait for the reunion.
Susan Pinkney. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at SUZQ90210.
Hey guys, and I'm Mayte Creo. You can find me everywhere at This Is Mayte. That is at This Is Mayte. Thank you guys so much for shining in today.
Yeah,
Bye.
we love you.
See you
Bye.
next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.